or stolen vehicle pursuit suspect is in
Notice
Buena Park.
there's a black car, and then the sheriff's car. That black car may be an undercover car.
And Fullerton police have now picked it up.
So now we see, that black vehicle and the black and white just in front of it. I believe those are police vehicles, law enforcement vehicles. One a plain vehicle, one a black and white.
Well, if viewers are watching this, Dennis, they might be thinking, why are police not bringing this to an end, given the way this guy is driving in the wrong direction on so many different occasions here?
Well, the question is, whoever the supervisor is made this call, and they're following directions of the supervisor. Now you can see he's in the panic mode. So that black and white, that in front of, there's the truck.
Black and white.
And there's a black
Why
vehicle.
can you say police?
Those two police vehicles.
Police,
him.
police, not black and white.
I would assume that black vehicle following the white truck, undercover vehicle.
Mira, así se maneja en Los Ángeles.
Yeah, it looks like he's on the freeway. I'm not sure if this is potentially the 91 or the 5
Se ha metido al
in
freeway,
Buena Park. But
Mira,
he did,
pero lo
for the
están
first
siguiendo
time,
ese
make his
carro
way
negro
onto
y la
a
policía.
main thoroughfare.
So now he's passing on the right shoulder. This will bring in the California Highway Patrol, and they have a tendency to be very aggressive on the pursuits to put them to an end because of all the hazards enhanced on the freeway. But whatever supervisor made the call, I don't know.
Supuestamente este tipo se robó esa camioneta y ahorita quiere fugarse, ¿verdad? Pero se le ve muy difícil porque casi la mayoría de veces siempre atrapan a estos tipos. Ah, mira, se quedó atorado ahí. Y ahora que...
Yeah, he's blocked in right now, and officers are getting out.
Oh, mira, ¿qué es lo que hace? Mira cómo se... ¡Wow!
In his path that wouldn't want to be there. He was on the northbound 5 freeway, now on surface streets.
He's getting blocked. He's getting blocked. So now we got the black and white directly behind him. Unit has the door open. The car, and there he's going to continue.
Ese carro negro es de la policía.
Now we got the black unit, the black car, the plainclothes car, along with the black and white unit that are following him. So those are obviously police vehicles.
Oh, dice que es policía, ese carro negro que iba.
Maneuver through the traffic, and this will continue as they're becoming more aggressive. They may get additional units in to intercept because the plan that they originally had to back off, maybe he'll stop, didn't seem to work.
Well,
so now it's becoming more aggressive.
And to your point, though, Dennis, we were wondering why ground units had backed off, but it turns out they were strategizing, and now Fullerton police have picked this up. This is in Buena Park for a brief moment of time. He got on the northbound 5. He's back on city streets in Buena Park. So, of course, if you are in this area, you know anyone out and about, let them know that this is underway because you want to stay clear of this stolen vehicle pursuit suspect.
So now we have a black and white directly behind him. There will be other black and whites that will be joining. You normally don't pursue with just one unit. There was that black vehicle, I believe, an undercover vehicle that was also involved in this pursuit. I don't see him in camera. Oh, there he is. He's behind the black.
Yeah, he's right behind him.
So it's appropriate for the black and white to be the lead vehicle. This would be a backup vehicle that would be assisting the black and white vehicle as they travel through these intersections. Obviously, the black and white has the red light, and sirens, and the visibility.
Right.
The white car doesn't have all that equipment. So it's appropriate that the black and white will take the lead on this pursuit. As this has gone on for probably over an hour, that we can tell. Do you have the time that this began?
You're right. It's 3:32 now.
Lo que dice es que este tipo, bueno, ha estado manejando, tratando de evadir los policías por casi una hora.
You know what? I've lasted this long. I'm going to continue on.
O por más de una hora.
I think he has another thing coming.
I think what's happening is the patience of law enforcement has given up, and now they're saying, we're going to bring this to an end before someone gets injured or killed. Because his continually driving on the wrong side of the roadway, injuring possible pedestrians, passengers, motorcyclists, riders.
Por el lado equivocado de la...
To being a victim of this individual.
Mira cómo...
Wow, he
¿Cómo
just
se
drove
pasa
the median as the Orange County Sheriff's Department is now on his tail. And Dennis, you made a good point about the black and white being behind him, much more visible to those who are on the streets here. And that one black vehicle, people might not even know it was law enforcement with that perhaps undercover type vehicle.
Well, exactly. And the other problem is when you have a person driving this careless, reckless manner, people look down, maybe calling 911. There's a careless, reckless driver. They don't see a unit around. They have no idea there's a pursuit. They have no
Police
idea there's
pursuit.
a helicopter overhead. They could see a careless driver. So it's important that you have a visible presence for black and white there. So to warn the general public, alarm them if you want to have this individual.
Ah, se corta la voz.
Again, emphasizing
No
safety
es.
of the general public is not concerned. If individual general his actions, but safety of the public is
Es la
paramount
conexión que
concern of the
tiene
police
él, no,
department
no
and the
es
officers.
nada, no es la
Well, we are
televisión.
seeing him once again on the wrong side of the road with law enforcement right behind them. It's a different story now, even for this driver. He had a
Mira cómo
chance
se
to
pasan las
drive
líneas.
without law enforcement right there in his rearview mirror, but they are there now, and he continues to drive dangerously. He continues to keep this pursuit going. Look at that there with those
Mira
other
cómo
cars
se
who have no
va
idea what's coming at them.
la línea
This
equivocada.
is, in Buena Park, and Orange County Sheriff's Department is now
Como que ha aumentado la
the lead
velocidad
agency
ese
on
tipo.
this. We've seen it go from Bellflower to Commerce to Whittier, driving just like this. He doesn't care where he is. He doesn't care if he's on the wrong side of the road, whether he goes over the medium or not. However, he can just keep going is how he plans to continue on.
Hasta que le peguen va a estar
And
tranquilo.
exactly what he's doing. But I'm
O
surprised
hasta
I
que
don't
le-
see additional black and whites in
hasta
this
que tenga un
pursuit,
accidente.
especially his behavior driving on the wrong side of the center medium. And that's extremely hazardous. Someone coming making a right turn onto that roadway, looking to the left. You don't look to the right when you're making a turn onto a roadway in one direction. So it's an inherent hazard what this individual is doing, driving the wrong side of the center medium. Because naturally, you're going to make a right turn on a one-way
Ahorita
street,
está
one-way
en-
because of the divider. You look to your left. No one's coming. You
Y
make your
se
right turn.
puede-
All of a sudden, you make your right turn, and there's a head-on collision with this individual who's driving this white pickup truck. So very, very dangerous, very, very hazardous what he's doing. But at least now we got a black and white in the pursuit, which alerts the general public. But at the same time, you'll notice that his speed is increasing. His trying to flee seems to be more dramatic than it was before. And his maneuvers are obviously taking a more
Maneuvers.
aggressive action to elude the capture by the local agency. So if that's Buena Park or Ventura, Orange County Sheriff's, I can't see the. Now we've got two black and whites. Okay, like I said, there'll be more black and whites getting involved in this. I think they've got 3 black and whites now. So they're going to be
3 black
to
and
bring
white.
this to
¿Por
an
qué no
end.
dice
Basically,
3
they've
policías?
been going
3.
for over an hour. This individual has created a hazard situation for everyone on the
Really?
roadway, and I think finally someone in command said, "Bring this to an end, put this to a stop before anyone gets seriously injured or killed." Now you see him traveling again on the wrong side of the roadway, and as we get closer to 4 o'clock, more people getting out of work, more traffic, more pedestrians, bicycles, etc. So someone gave the command, put an end to this, and do it before someone's injured or killed.
He just doesn't care. The roadway is wide open. There was no need to be on the wrong side of the road. He is just
Ya casi le daba
almost
ese
hit
bus.
a bus or hit by a bus.
Vamos a ir para
That
allá.
was scary.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet on the TV. You're like 2 minutes ahead of us on the timing, at least 2 minutes ahead. So we just see it. There he goes. Oh, okay. We just saw that with the bus. The
Yes,
bus making
yeah.
a legal left turn, and he skimmed right by that bus.
Right. So
And
that's, I think we're about a 10-second pace ahead of you. But when he's on the wrong side of the road and he's passing through traffic on both sides, it's like threading a needle. I mean, it's a miracle that he is getting by without causing just a major accident, a head-on
O
collision.
creo que algunos
exactly.
policías lo
It's
están
just a
tratando
matter
de
of luck
bloquear
that hasn't
algunas
happened
calles.
yet. But the longer this goes, the more tendency, the percentage increases that you're going to have some kind of a tragic incident. God forbid someone is seriously injured in a collision with this individual. So
And
now what you see,
and he just
black
passed
and white.
and he just passed a school bus.
Well, see, what you see is you're going to see black and whites now blocking some of the intersections to, yeah, I see the school bus now. There'll be black and whites that are deployed, pre-deployed to try and keep the
Esas
intersections
intersecciones donde
But
están
they backed off once it didn't work.
las rayas
Now they're being more
amarillas es
aggressive.
porque
The black and
está
whites are there. They're
es
gonna
porque
follow
hay
this
una
individual,
hay una
and they're
escuela
gonna
cerca.
press him to either surrender or they're going to stop the vehicle one way or another. But they're not going to continue to let him go traveling in this hazardous fashion. And as a general public, they demand that some bring this to an end and not continue, because all you do is increase the chance of getting injured or killed. So whoever made that call originally to back off, someone's overseeded that, so and going to do something.
Another
Mira cómo,
close
cómo
call
maneja
there
ese tipo.
through an intersection, nearly hit 2 to 3 cars on that one. I mean, Dennis, you got, he's making a abrupt left turn here down, it looks like to be a residential street.
And then he'll go back on the residential. Nearly colliding with cars. I mean, you can tell this man is extremely out of control with his driving pattern. On the wrong side of the center medium, that is extremely dangerous.
Mira, va en círculos el tipo.
Again, I said many times, he does not know where he's going.
Va en
He has no
círculos.
idea where he's going.
Just now passing black and white cars in the other direction. Dennis, you know what concerns me the most
Está
about
manejando en
watching this guy
círculo,
drive
mira.
is the weight of that vehicle. That is a big, heavy vehicle. If that hits another car or a person on the street, that could be very bad.
Yeah,
Piensa que está en ese, ¿cómo se llama? Juego de Grand Theft Auto.
And obviously very dangerous. The fact he may have a weapon that increases the hazard. But these black and whites are saying,
Oh, el Need for Speed.
whoever's in charge, the supervisor in charge, is saying, bring this to an end.
Sure.
If you need to do a pit maneuver, if you need to do a spike,
Right.
just bring this to an end, because the longer this goes,
A ver,
there's a higher tendency that someone's going to get injured, and God
a
forbid
ver
someone
cómo se
has
me,
more
mira
serious
cómo se
injuries,
mete.
or he runs over a pedestrian or a student, then they're going to
Wow.
get second guessed.
Whoa.
Why didn't you bring this to a stop?
Wait till you
That's
see
what they're
this
trying to do.
move. Dennis, wait to see this
Oof.
move right around a bus, zigzagging in and out of traffic.
Mira, así se maneja en Los
On the sidewalk,
Ángeles.
again, complete disregard. You can't help but think, if you are this person, this stolen vehicle pursuit suspect, that's a charge in itself. I'd rather have that charge than vehicular manslaughter, and that's what this guy would be facing if he causes a deadly
Whoa.
accident.
Almost flipped the
You see,
car there.
there are a lot of
Le
there are a lot of
rozó
black and
la-
whites. They have mustered
Le
up a
rozó
lot
la
of units to
costilla
bring this to an
a
end.
ese
So
carro.
whoever is in charge is saying, this is enough, bring this to an end. Do it within a legal manner, but this needs to stop. Now, if you have to ram him, there we go. Almost a collision on that one. He's been really lucky when you think about it, with all the possible hits.
Well, that last one, it looked like there was a little bit of contact made. I can't be certain
Mira,
on
está
that,
en la línea
only
equivocada.
that driver
Va
knows at
manejando en
this
la
point,
línea
but,
equivocada.
he is getting extremely lucky, and more importantly, these other drivers are getting very lucky without
Yeah.
having
Si
a
va un
head-on.
carro ahí,
Well,
se
the
puede
way
dar
he is
frente
now,
a frente.
This is the typical situation we have a head-on collision. He's on the wrong side of the center medium. You got cars traveling in the right direction, and it wouldn't be unusual for him to have a head-on collision. As we see right now, it's getting narrower and narrower. Cars on both sides. The units are going code 3. There's a lot of action taking place down there. And as people are watching this on TV, wow, this is an exciting pursuit to watch. But the fact that it's extremely hazardous, extremely dangerous, and people's lives are then in danger. Not only to the officers, but
Es
the
pura
general public. And
adrenalina.
again, you've got
Oh,
children coming out of
pura
school.
adrenalina,
You got
pero
people
para
riding
el que
bicycles, you got people in cars,
más
trucks,
para el que va
motorcycles. You got
para
everything. This is
para
not
el
3
que va
o'clock in the
manejando.
morning. This
Oh,
is in the afternoon.
Mira
It's
cómo-
a very populated area.
You're going to see this again now as it hits your screen, as this driver just went over another median. This is at least the second time we have seen him do that. The third really evasive maneuver where he's gone on to property in some fashion to actually get away from law enforcement here. And gosh, people wonder
No
why we
saben
cover
hablar
pursuits. Sometimes it's to get the
estos
information like he's
reporteros.
out if you're going to be on the roads there in this area that he's covered. Fullerton, Buena Park, Commerce, Whittier. This is a very dangerous pursuit where this guy's gone in the wrong direction. He's now in Lakewood. So if you know anybody who's got to travel in this area, maybe give them a heads up. Dangerous pursuit out there.
And the thing that people need to understand, this person is wanted for 2 Grand Theft Autos. If he
Grand
has a
Theft Auto,
weapon,
es que
that's a
piensa que
possibility.
está jugando
But don't
el juego.
criticize the police for trying to bring this to an end, because if it wasn't for the police trying to bring it to an end, who knows how many cars he would hit, how many pedestrians he would run over, how many bicycle riders he would strike. I mean, don't condemn the police when they do something that they're trying to do to bring someone in compliance who has absolutely no respect for anything. And I would venture to guess that this person has been to jail before. This is not an individual who has committed a couple of traffic violations in their lifetime of driving. This person has probably done some time in prison, and it's just his attitude that he doesn't want to comply and he doesn't care if someone
Dice que
gets hurt
probablemente
while he's
este
trying to
individuo
elude capture. He's not
no
gonna
es
elude capture.
un
There's an army,
no es su
an
primera
army of
ofensa
black
que
and white
hace
behind him, in addition to
robando
hearing it
un
overhead.
auto,
So
sino
he's not gonna
que
get away.
es
All
posible
he's doing
que
is causing more
ya tiene
jeopardy
su
for the
propio
general public and more
récord
hazard to the
y
general
que
public,
ya ha
and just
estado
piling up more criminal
ya ha
charges
estado
against
en
himself.
la cárcel.
And whatever judge reviewed the tape court says, my goodness, you want me to give you probation? I want to lock you up and stay
todavía,
for 10 years to maybe teach you a
ya casi una hora, más de una hora todavía.
Dennis,
Una hora
manejando.
Seguro que tenía el tanque de gas bien lleno, el carrito cuando se lo robó.
It also looked like there were no other cars on that road, so I don't know if law enforcement is able to block off certain streets, if they have any perspective as to the direction this guy's going. He's covered so many different cities now in the Lakewood area, last we checked. But Dennis, we should point out you are a reserve officer, LAPD sergeant. You know these pursuits. You know what police officers have to do to bring this to a close, or what they can or can't do with somebody who you don't really know where he's going. How do you put out a spike strip?
You don't. And oftentimes you're wondering what their intention is. In this particular case, the man has no intention other than to escape. It's not like he's trying to get to a house to hide out or to a building.
Ahí se va a dar con ese. No.
He's just continuing to go. And that's why I believe that this person, from the way this driving pattern has gone on for so long and reckless and hazardous, he's been through the criminal justice system in the past. This isn't a traffic violator who's never been in trouble with the law. If he's stolen 2 vehicles, and he may have a weapon or he may not have a weapon, I don't want to speculate.
Dice que probablemente tenga un arma, el tipo.
But he would know he's stolen 2 vehicles. This individual is a hot felon trying to escape capture. So now you have an army officer trying to apprehend him. When the previous tactic, back off, that didn't work. And then finally they come to the point, we're going to have to bring this to a stop. And whoever is command in charge, the supervisor lieutenant, says, okay, he's a hazard to the public, he's a hazard to the community, we need to bring this to a stop. So that's what they're trying to do as safely as possible for everybody's intent. But as we see, he's not giving up.
Y lo que hacen estos comentadores es que repiten las cosas una y otra vez. Ya había dicho eso antes.
Everyone, pedestrian, bicycle rider, car driver, motorcycle rider, you name it, and he just doesn't care. Well, he's going to suffer the consequences once he is apprehended, and that consequences comes when he goes to court. So the officers have to follow the law. They have to bring this to a stop in a lawful manner, and that's what they're attempting to do. But you can see by his arrogance, his negligence, his determination, I don't care what the rules are, I'm going to get away, and I'm going to do everything I can to get away. And if someone gets hurt, that's not my problem. That's what his attitude is, and you can just reflect on what his attitude is. So no mercy for this guy. I have mercy for anyone who gets hurt by this individual, because he's obviously been through this before. This is not his first time at the dance party, as they say.
At the dance party?
Well, we are now, Dennis, in the Long Beach area.
Long Beach.
I've been surprised by how open the roads have been.
Despite the time.
It is still a little early to